Strange lights, mysterious aircraft, and unexplainable encounters.
For the last few weeks, numerous drones have been spotted flying above New Jersey, sparking a heated row over their purpose.
People around the world have reported sightings that defy logic. So, you better stay tuned for the countless sky anomalies recently caught on camera that shocked the whole world.
What's going on, bro? There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
As the White House tries to reassure people that these drones, whatever they are up there, pose no threats to national security or the public, videos of these flying objects, let's call them, they've gone viral, a lot of them.
You might have heard that recent weird flying object sightings over sensitive areas in the US have sparked concern among the public. Well, they were pretty huge and different in build from known crafts. Even a retired Air Force officer confirmed that the government has known about the situation for months. FAA restrictions were quietly issued in late November over locations like the Penn Arsenal in New Jersey, pointing to a known UAV presence. Some believe that they were drones and belonged to hobbyists, while others suspected aliens. Similar incidents near military bases have briefly shut down airspace. While officials insist there's no risk, the lack of answers sparks speculation. Who is behind these flights? And what are they watching?
So what this would indicate is sort of a public acknowledgement that this is a UAV issue. They haven't restricted any other aircraft, just UASs.
Vanishing orbs.
781 just sped up to 46 knots, 50 knots, 38 knots. Holy going fast.
One night, a U.S. Navy ship was moving quietly through the ocean when strange objects appeared on the radar. They moved at impossible speeds, shifting directions in ways no aircraft should. Then, without warning, they vanished. Days later, night vision cameras captured glowing orbs hovering above the ship. Some went into the sky, while one dropped into the ocean without a trace. Experts suggested advanced drones, but nothing explained their speed or movements.
Moving above the capacity for that radar to see it, or they're moving below, which would mean into the water.
The Navy confirmed the sightings, but gave no real answers. Some believed it was secret technology, while others thought it was beyond human understanding. Whatever it was, it had been watching the ship, and it left without a sound, vanishing as mysteriously as it came.
There's also some debate over whether this could be Russia or China, who have invested heavily in advanced drone technology.
Leaked footage. A series of leaked military videos left people shocked. In the first clip, a strange object flew over the ocean at an incredible speed. The camera struggled to keep up as it zipped across the waves. In another video, something even larger moved above the clouds, its shape barely visible, but somehow it looked disc-shaped. The final footage showed a massive black object hanging motionless in the sky, as if observing everything below. Each video captured the same thing: unidentified flying objects. One moved too fast to track, another hovered silently, and the last defied all logic. Somehow, people knew exactly that they were UFOs.
What's going on, bro? There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
Vanishing lights.
Daddy, we see them!
Strange glowing lights appeared near Grissom Joint Air Reserve Base in Indiana, catching the attention of local residents. The sighting was captured on video, showed at least 6 yellowish-orange orbs flickering and hovering above Kokomo before suddenly disappearing. Dozens of witnesses watched as the lights moved in an unusual formation. Rumors suggested that they were military aircraft or flares, but their sudden disappearance left many confused. The base has not issued any statement, adding to the mystery. Maybe it was a UFO. Well, if you have to say anything on this, please let us know.
What in the world?
Unexplained drones.
For the last few weeks, numerous drones have been spotted flying above New Jersey, sparking a heated row over their purpose.
Residents across the United States have reported strange objects flying over cities. The sightings began in New Jersey, where people describe circular objects with bright lights moving in formation.
At first, they were more sporadic. I would see 1 to 2, sometimes 3 of them. And now we're seeing anywhere between 6 to 8 in a single sighting.
What started as routine appearances quickly escalated, with few flying objects spotted at a time. Reports have now spread to New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Oklahoma. While the White House insists there's no threat, officials have yet to explain who owns these objects or why they're flying in restricted airspace.
I have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat, or have a foreign nexus.
Blinding orbs. On May 14, 2024, a Canadian couple was near a local river when they saw 2 glowing orbs hovering silently.
It was brighter.
Moments later, 2 more appeared, forming a pattern too precise to be random. The lights were incredibly bright, almost like the sun. They watched in disbelief as the objects remained motionless before shifting positions. No sound, no visible source. The realization hit them that these weren't ordinary lights, but they were witnessing alien spacecraft.
Those other 2 just showed up.
Pyramid in the sky. On September 11, 2024, Tianjin Airport in China was suddenly shut down. The reason? Witnesses reported seeing a massive pyramid-shaped object flickering in the night sky. Its shape was unusual, too structured for a drone and too advanced for a conventional aircraft. The object hovered high above, blinking in and out of sight. Some thought it could be a secret military experiment, but many believe there was only one possible explanation. It was a UFO caught spying over humans. But if you have any other explanation, let me know in the comments. Pink light. A flight attendant was recording the stunning nighttime view of Europe when she unknowingly captured something unusual. In her footage, a purple glowing orb hovered high above the landscape, separate from the city lights below. It glowed softly in the darkness. At first, she thought it was a reflection, but the orb moved with clear intent, leaving her speechless. No official explanation followed, but one thing was clear. This wasn't an ordinary light in the sky. The footage remained as proof of something beyond understanding. Strange sighting. In the Bronx, New York, someone recorded a blinking aircraft flying low over houses. In the beginning, he thought it was a drone, but its unusual shape didn't match any known model. What happened next left him stunned. The object moved silently, gliding behind houses, then it was gone. The strange disappearance made him think about what he had truly witnessed that night. And with the rapidly growing sightings of unusual lights, could this be another proof of extraterrestrial visitors? Mysterious sphere. A newly declassified video revealed something unusual in the skies above the Middle East, captured by a U.S. military drone. The footage showed a mysterious sphere moving across an active military zone. It moved with incredible speed and precision, with no visible wings or propulsion system. The video, presented during a Senate hearing, raised much speculation. Military officials admitted they had no explanation for the object's origin or capabilities. With no clear signs of conventional technology, some speculated it could be a surveillance device, while others considered it a more extraordinary possibility. As the footage spread, so did the debate. Whatever it was, it flew through restricted airspace, leaving behind so much that can't be answered. Skyline mystery. A news helicopter flying over the Hudson River accidentally captured an odd object in the sky. In the final seconds of a live broadcast, a small orb-like object flashed through the clear New York skyline. It moved far faster than any boat below, taking an arcing path past Lower Manhattan, heading straight toward the news chopper. At first, the orb appeared white in the distance, but as it got closer, it took on a bluish tint. Everyone watching felt the same thing, that they had just witnessed something not of this world. Glacier encounter. Fishermen in Glacier Bay National Park, Alaska, captured a mysterious dome-shaped object hovering over the water. At first, it seemed like a natural illusion, but its mysterious presence suggested something else. Something not from this world. The only thing resembling this sighting was a UFO. The footage, recorded in June 2021, was recently shared, and it left viewers stunned. The object's silent presence over the icy waters added to the mystery. If I had been there, I would have left immediately, with no second thoughts. Italy encounter. A train passenger in Italy recorded 3 glowing orange orbs floating in a perfect triangle above the horizon. The light shone brightly in the dark sky, and their formation instantly sparked debates online. Many linked them to reports of triangular UFOs, adding to the mystery.
A lot of the comments on the video obviously linked this light pattern to the typical triangular UFO, making claims that this was some sort of alien spacecraft.
Italy has a history of strange sightings. In the 1950s, a soccer match was stopped when thousands saw unidentified objects. Some even believe a UFO crash occurred in 1933, leading to secret investigations, like the UFO hunting programs that were launched in the mid-90s. Maybe the aliens have returned to take their revenge, or planning something far more unsettling. Somerset sighting. People in Somerset were surprised to spot a strange UFO flying over Clay Hill. The UFO moved down quickly, then pulled up and looped in the sky, leaving a long white trail behind. The sight was both fascinating and confusing. The hill is famous for unusual lights and eerie sounds, with reports dating back to the 1960s. Some believe the object was not from this world, while others think it was just a drone with a flame effect. No one can say for sure. Whatever it was, this sighting has only added to the area's long history of unexplained events. Blue orb. This blue orb, spotted in the night sky, made the people believe in extraterrestrial crafts. For those of you who don't know, there is a group of people who believe that UFOs do not look how our mainstream media tells us. According to them, they could be of any shape, of any size, and could reach anywhere in our world. And this video served as proof for those people. They believe that this blue moving orb was actually an extraterrestrial aircraft that got caught spying on humans. Waiting in the sky. On January 31st, 2025, in Littleton, Colorado, a local was heading home when he noticed strange blinking lights in the sky. At first, it seemed like a usual craft, but there was one problem. It was hovering silently in place. Curious, he zoomed in with his camera. That's when he saw it. It looked like an oval-shaped object. He even pulled over to make sure his eyes weren't playing tricks on him. And there's one well-known flying object with that exact shape. A UFO. It almost seemed like it was observing the city as if it was looking for something. Maybe next time, they won't just be watching. Unseen visitor. In Long Beach, California, on January 22, 2025. A beachgoer was relaxing by the shore when a loud noise echoed through the sky. Curious, he looked up and spotted a large, disc-shaped craft moving in the distance. The way it flowed, smooth and precise, felt unnatural. Bright lights flickered along its edges, pulsing in a pattern. It hovered for a moment as if watching, before making a sharp turn and vanishing into the distance. Once news of the sighting spread, locals began keeping a close watch on the sky. If it ever shows up again, there will be plenty of eyes ready to capture the next encounter. The Overseer. Near Nellis Air Force Base, something massive hovered over the mountain range. It didn't drift or wobble, it just stayed there, motionless in the sky. The footage was recorded by a driver who was crossing the extraterrestrial highway, a stretch of road famous for strange sightings. But this wasn't just any flying object, it was a UFO. It was enormous, nearly a mile long, like a command ship watching over everything below. People who saw it were left speechless. Was it just watching? Waiting? Maybe. But they didn't want to find out what might happen next, and that's why they kept moving. Strange lights. Kids were playing in a small town in Brazil when they spotted two glowing orbs in the sky. One hovered high, while the other stayed closer to the ground. They moved together at the same speed, almost like they were well aware of each other's movement. The children watched in awe as the orbs floated toward the trees. Then, without a sound, they vanished behind the branches. The orbs never reappeared, leaving the town in silence. Everyone had an idea of what they had just seen. UFOs, but no one wanted to say it out loud. Strange metallic object. A beachgoer was enjoying the ocean breeze when he noticed an unusual thing in the sky. A smooth metallic object hovered silently, shaped like an upside-down plate with a raised center. Its curved edges reflected the sunlight as it floated effortlessly. In the start, he thought it was a drone, but there were no propellers, no sound, just stillness. He quickly grabbed his camera, capturing a short video. Then, without warning, the object went into the distance and disappeared. He stood there, stunned, knowing he had just witnessed something truly unexplainable. A mysterious escort in the sky.
What? What is that? I don't know, man. Just keep... What?
In a remote northwest forest, a group of hunters noticed something strange overhead. 4 military C-130H planes flew in perfect formation. But what caught their attention was the black, disc-shaped object leading them. It wasn't being chased. It was moving ahead, as if leading. The whole scene felt planned, like it was done on purpose. If this was only a military exercise, why was a strange craft flying in front? It didn't look like they were trying to stop it. It looked more like they were working together. The hunters stayed quiet, watching closely. One thought stuck in their minds. If the military was flying alongside it like a friend, what else were they hiding from everyone? Vanishing lights. In Japan, in 1995, a group of hikers were on their trail when they spotted an unusual object. A line of bright lights stretched across the sky, clear and unmistakable, but these weren't just floating lights. They were attached to something massive, a giant flying object hovering above them. The hikers stood in amazement, watching as the lights slowly dimmed, one by one, as if the craft was preparing to vanish. Within moments, the entire object faded into the sky, and it was the first ever sighting of a UFO in Japan. It never appeared again, leaving those who saw it with a mystery they would never forget. Green streak. Ring cameras are meant for security, not for capturing sights like this, as this doorbell camera in Louisiana recorded a mysterious green fireball streaking across the night sky. It appeared briefly before vanishing without a trace. Some believed it was a UFO, while others searched for a logical explanation. Yet no official statement has confirmed what it was. Whether a natural phenomenon or something else, the strange green light left many thinking about the extraterrestrial secrets surrounding us. Green light. Body cam footage from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department captured a mysterious glowing green light moving across the night sky. The object was recorded around midnight on April 30th, 2023, flashing across multiple states, including Utah and California. Some witnesses described it shifting directions in a way that didn't match any known aircraft or meteor behavior. It moved with precision, as if under intelligent control, before vanishing without a trace. It was surely a UFO, and what else might be there in green color, moving above the cities high in the sky? Mystery near the ISS. A strange object appeared near the International Space Station, gliding steadily through space. NASA's cameras locked onto it, zooming in as it drifted upward. Its smooth, triangular shape was unlike any known spacecraft. For 22 minutes, the object remained visible, rising slowly before vanishing without a trace. Yet, despite its clear presence, the ISS crew offered no acknowledgement, fueling speculation. Was it a classified aircraft, an advanced unknown technology, or something beyond human understanding? NASA has yet to provide an official explanation, leaving the footage open to interpretation. Strange encounter.
The country run over like really close.
A family was on a camping trip near Royston, Hertfordshire, and witnessed something they couldn't explain. Two strange objects flew side by side, moving in a way that didn't seem natural. At times, they appeared to be playing or chasing each other. The family tried to think of a logical explanation, but nothing made sense, except the possibility of something extraterrestrial. Then, just as suddenly as they appeared, the objects vanished. Since that night, no one has seen or heard anything about them again. And whatever they were gone for good.
Paranormal caught on camera.
China's futuristic fighter. China has unveiled its 6th-generation fighter jet, an ultra-stealth aircraft with no tail. Videos of the sleek, futuristic craft quickly spread online, showing it gliding smoothly through the sky. Experts claimed it was the most advanced spy plane ever developed, but as people watched, a question arose. Similar shapes had been seen in the past, moving mysteriously at night. Were those sightings just secret military projects? Or did this reveal that something else had been flying all along? The truth, as always, remained just out of reach. Encounter in sky. As a plane flew over China, a passenger recorded the view from their window. Suddenly, one of them noticed a round object, about the size of a small car, flowing smoothly beside the wing. It didn't look like any known aircraft. The object seemed to emit something, making the air around it appear distorted. Then, without warning, it went away at an unbelievable speed and disappeared. Shocked, the passenger replayed the video, realizing they had captured something truly unexplainable. The sight left them wondering, what exactly had they seen flying so close to the plane? Mysterious lights. On January 12, 2025, in Littleton, Colorado, a resident stepped outside and noticed 4 glowing orbs hovering in the night sky. Curious, he zoomed in with his camera, hoping to identify them, but their true nature remained unclear. The lights weren't just floating, they moved in a way that didn't match planes or drones. After much thought, he realized nothing on Earth could reach that height so effortlessly. The sight left him with only one possibility. These objects weren't ordinary. They had to be something beyond human technology, more specifically something that belongs to aliens. Strange encounter in sky. Passengers on a flight were admiring the mountains below when they noticed something unusual. A shiny, disc-shaped object was flying beside the plane, moving in an odd, almost controlled manner. It stayed in sight for a short time before shifting beneath the aircraft. Then, without warning, it vanished completely. The passengers searched for it, but it was gone. The encounter was brief, but one thing was certain. It wasn't an ordinary aircraft. Whatever it was, it disappeared as suddenly as it had appeared, leaving the passengers in disbelief. Giant disc. While traveling, passengers on a plane noticed something astonishing. A giant disc-shaped object hovering just above the clouds. It was massive, glowing with bright red lights, and weirdly silent as it floated in the evening sky. The UFO spun slowly, casting a crimson glow onto the misty clouds below, as if watching the planet from above. Spectators called it a mother UFO, known for releasing smaller crafts. Was it really dropping down more UFOs, or something more sinister was going around? Let me know what you think. Floating diamonds. A video captured a glowing diamond in the night sky. As the camera zoomed out, two diamond-shaped objects appeared, floating silently. With no wings, propellers, or visible means of flight, they remained in the sky for 6 minutes. Well, do you know the interesting part? Years ago, a security guard in Italy claimed he was taken by aliens after seeing a similar UFO. To prove his story, he even took a truth serum test. Now, this new footage reignited the mystery. Experts found no signs of editing, and the objects didn't move like planes. And whoever heard or saw this knew what I am talking about here. But yeah, they won't accept it. Nebraska sighting. A driver in Nebraska recorded a massive craft hovering in broad daylight. It wasn't a plane or a blimp, and a flashing light at its tip made it even more unusual. The footage taken over a highway was hard to believe by many. Some speculated it was a top-secret stealth bomber, while others thought it might be an advanced drone. He has seen high-tech military aircraft before, but this one didn't quite match any known design. Was it just another classified project or something far beyond human technology? Well, it could be scientists who are behind it. Columbia sighting. In February 2020, an Airbus A320 was flying over Medellin, Colombia, when the pilot noticed something strange outside the cockpit window. At 30,000 feet, he saw a metallic object moving steadily through the sky. Grabbing his camera, he zoomed in, revealing a dark cube with small points sticking out. The object didn't resemble any known aircraft or weather balloon. It moved with precision, maintaining a steady course before quickly vanishing. Some believe it was an advanced probe, possibly sent by another civilization to observe Earth. Others think it could have been secret military technology. Well, surely you had some comments on it. Please let us know in the comments. Seattle mystery. A strange triangular aircraft was filmed hovering over Seattle, Washington, remaining motionless in the sky. The footage quickly spread online, sparking debate. Some believed it was a top-secret U.S. Air Force jet, possibly the rumored TR-3B Black Manta. This advanced surveillance aircraft is said to have been used during the Gulf War for targeting missions, though no official confirmation exists. For years, similar sightings have been reported worldwide, which have fueled speculation. People believe these are actually extraterrestrial aircrafts that are kept hidden by the government for research purposes. Beyond the clouds. Passengers looked out the plane's windows, admiring the endless stretch of clouds. Then, one of them noticed something unusual. A shape floating just above the mist. Its shape was hard to tell as it was in the distance. But as the plane moved, its form became clearer. It wasn't any normal aircraft. It was a wide, flat shape that seemed to glide without moving at all. A flying saucer just like the ones seen in movies. The passenger gripped his phone, trying to stay steady. He even managed to record it, and looked like gravity had no act on it. The footage spread fast. There was no denying it. Something unusual had been in the sky that day, And now the world had seen it too. Floating orb.
Get back.
A hiker was walking through the woods when something caught his eye. A dark blue shape hovering just above the bushes. Smooth and round, it glided through the air without making a sound. He stood still, watching closely. And then he got to know what he was seeing at. An orb. The orb's surface reflected the trees and sky, and it pulsed gently, as though controlled by some strange negative force. It was a shocking sight, and he had no idea what it was up to. The best option was to leave the place without a second thought.
Get back.
Unseen visitors. A resident stepped outside, unaware that he was about to witness something strange. As he looked up, he saw several glowing orbs hovering above the clouds. They weren't just floating aimlessly, they moved in sync, almost as if they were communicating. That same night, another local spotted the same sight. This time, the orbs were lined up, gliding smoothly across the sky. Were they drones? Satellites? That didn't seem likely. To those who saw them, there was only one explanation: they were UFOs. And if that was true, it looked like they were on a tour of Earth, watching from above. Glowing mystery. Passengers were enjoying their flight when one of them noticed something unusual just above the clouds. It was glowing, oval-shaped, almost like a rising sun. But this wasn't the sun. It looked strange, moving at the same speed as the plane, keeping its distance. People watched closely, trying to understand what they were seeing. Was it another aircraft? A reflection? Or something else entirely? No clear answer came. Do you know anything about it? Mysterious blue orb. A local was walking by the lake when he noticed a strange blue orb hovering in the distance. In the beginning, he thought it was just the moon reflecting on the water. But this was different. The glow was stronger, and a strange shadow formed beneath it. He watched closely, realizing the light didn't flicker like the moon. It pulsed. The orb stayed motionless for a while. He couldn't explain what he had just seen. But one thing was certain. It wasn't normal. And deep down, he had a feeling it wasn't from here. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. A tourist was exploring the countryside when he noticed a strange object near the wind turbines. A large metallic craft hovering silently. It moved smoothly, almost as if scanning the area. Before he could react, the craft drifted toward a fenced-off facility and began to descend. But that wasn't the only sighting. In the woods, a hunter saw the same craft resting. The moment he laid eyes on it, the object shot into the sky and vanished, leaving behind only silence. It was clear. Something was out there, and only a few had witnessed it.